Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be today's daily tea, collective energy update for those guided here. I do consider all my readings timeless, so whenever you're guided here is the right time. Alright, so today's affirmation is, I have all the answers I need within me. I have all the answers I need within me. And the crystal that I thought was pretty fitting was rhodonite. It's a pink and black crystal that clears away emotional wounds and scars from the past. It stimulates, clears, and activates the heart. So rhodonite also is good for like grounding energy, balancing the yin and the yang, and aids in achieving one's highest potential. Also really good for healing emotional shock or panic. And just remember, even if you don't have any rhodonite or any of the crystals that I talk about, it's the vibration. It's the vibration that matters. So just choosing to, utilize the vibration of the rhodonite can be highly beneficial. All right, so the first card we have from the Astro Star Codes deck, we have number 49 breaking down to 13, which breaks down to a 4. Fours create foundation, stability. And in this deck, it's the 11th house, community. So if your chart were a village map, right, the 11th house would be like the community center, maybe with some rooms for like small meetings and great gatherings. Also maybe like serving the town council or the state senate. The 11th house is the place to meet old friends and to make new ones. It's a place to like work as a team, right? Collaborate for the common good. It includes all of our collective experiences, right? Meetings, circles, protest marches, right? Group meditations, sobriety meetings, social gatherings, women's circles, teamwork, right? So you may want to look for the answer to your question among social circles at this time, spiritual circles, even like work, groups, or maybe even like check out some groups on Facebook or on social media. This is about enjoying your posse, enjoying your crew, and getting like big soul fam vibes as well. At work, it might be a good idea to like think about how you can put together your dream team with complementary skills and mutual respect for one another. You could contemplate on how you could make meetings exciting and efficient. I just feel like there could definitely be some ideas that come in, or some kind of group projects that really helps you. Also notice how you are affected by group mindsets. The psychic militia you share with this collective. If you like what you become in their presence, then engage. If you're feeling lonely, you can join a group with a shared interest. Look around to see who's with you. If you're if you're in spiritual pain, might be a good idea to find a circle where you could like pray or explore some kind of rituals, right? Practice Reiki together. If you're having trouble meditating, you could consider practicing, at some kind of like Zen center or yogic center where there might be another group that allows you to tap into that meditative collective mindset. Or again, even on Facebook, there's all kinds of different groups depending on what you want. This card says that if you want to improve your love life, you might want to consider your friendships first. Right? Take the pressure off a romantic relationship and just allow it to unfold organically by, building a stable circle of friends who meet your needs. And if you're honest about what you're looking for, maybe your friends can help you connect with a possible partner, or, things can, or maybe there's someone in your circle, right, that you start off as friends and then it grows. In ongoing relationships, romance might be like really lovely at this time, but there also could be something in deepening the friendship between you and your partner, building trust through shared experiences. The challenge with this card is, why am I losing my voice right now? Somebody may need to speak. Hold on a second. Somebody could have a blocked throat or something going on with their throat chakra. Let's see. All right. The challenge with this is group mindsets can sometimes take you to places you don't want to go, or allow you to avoid the work of thinking for yourself, or one-on-one intimacy. The gift here is healthy community. Strong teams are made up of this beautiful bouquet of unique individuals, and each person adds their own flavor, right? Their own aesthetic. Let's get some tarot out here. Oh shit. The card wanted to come out right away. We got the Creatrix. Oh, I love her. She is the Magician. It's the same. And then we got the Four of Pentacles. Let's just get a couple more. So the Creatrix is the energy of the Magician. It's what you're creating. And then with the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So there's something in here with giving, like what you're putting your energy towards, what energy you're putting out. There could be something coming up around some scarcity mindset. People, I don't really feel like this is necessarily your energy. It could be someone around you, somebody that maybe is very, I don't want to say they're selfish, but it's like they're in this place of not wanting to give, or we'll go deeper on that. I'm curious what that is, but there could be someone around you, or this could also just be a need to save or invest some money, put some money away. I do feel like this is a masculine energy attached to this, though. It's like, so I'm picking up the vibe of like your expectations. On the bottom we have the Queen of Cups, staying in an emotionally stable, open, receptive, compassionate place. The Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. So, what you put out. And then we got the Temperance card, which talks about balance. Oh, that's not gonna work. There we go. Balance, divine assistance coming in as well. On the bottom, we've got the High Priestess. Ten of Cups wanted to come out. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Here, let's go this way. Ten of Cups and the High Priestess. So, the Creatrix being the first card that came out, this is, it's a powerful card of creation and of manifestation. It's the primordial cosmic energy field from the universe. It's the unified field from which all things are manifest. And in this card, you see the triangles. I don't know if you can see it. She's forming a triangle, and it looks like there's an eye in between her hands in the triangle. And then there's a triangle above her head as well. So the downward facing triangle represents the Yoni, which is the feminine principle. It's the source of life, the element of water. It's also referred to as the chalice. And the upwards facing triangle represents like intense spiritual aspiration. It's the element of fire and the masculine principle known as the blade. The presence of both triangles intensify the power of each, and in this space where they meet is the central point of awareness and creation. And in our current age, there's a lot of talk of manifestation, and the law of attraction seems to be everywhere. Instructions to ask for what you want, believe, and receive it are, everywhere that you're hearing this now. It's plentiful, and it seems so simple. Could manifestation truly be that easy when so many seem to be, living a life of, not living a life of conscious creation? There's so many that are living in subconscious patterns, manifesting their fears, so on and so forth. The Creatrix is telling us that when we don't harness our inherent power of creation, we run the risk of living in someone else's story. And in contrast, in embracing this gift, we learn to envision and create, not only for ourselves, but for the greater good. But before we can create in a conscious, aware, and meaningful manner, we first need to become acquainted with our inner world, right? Our deepest self. That part of us who is always whole and complete. And, the ancient texts suggest that this awareness is available to us, and the experience of our innate wholeness can be cultivated through spiritual practice. And I can speak from experience. It truly is a worthwhile endeavor, because without understanding the self, right, knowing our basic motivations and assumptions, beliefs about life, we run the risk of subconsciously undermining ourselves as we attempt to realize our intentions. The inner work is necessary if we're ever to imagine a better, more sustainable world, both individually and collectively. So the Creatrix, in her very purposeful magic, can inspire you to awaken to the breath of your own power. Right? She teaches us that genuine power is not over others, but power within. So on a personal level, this means cultivating mastery over our inner experience and aligning with our internal source of love. It's similar to the point created between the two triangles. This is the the internal reference point from which we can meaningfully create. So this card encourages you to conceive a specific intention and take meaningful action in order to bring forth whatever it is that you desire. Put simply, you're being called to create. Right? You've reached this point of conscious manifestation because you're becoming aware and committed to the actualization of your vision. Good time to pull from your ideals, your imagination, your strengths. Maybe some of you might need to even like write down your strengths. You know, you can learn a lot from writing down your strengths and your weaknesses. And then you can direct the flow of creative energy and be an active participant in the unfolding of your life as well as your destiny. Right? It's a really good time to utilize your powers of manifestation and to accept this invitation to co-create with the universe. But the Four of Pentacles, there's something here, and then with the High Priestess on the bottom, the High Priestess brings wisdom and serves as a reminder that you have access to all of the knowledge of our accumulated histories, exactly what our affirmation was today, right? I have all the answers I need within me. We literally have all the information of all of time and space within us. The High Priestess gives us the first of the four cardinal virtues, prudence, which is the ability to discern the appropriate course of action and an understanding of the appropriate time for such action, right? In order to receive the wisdom she has to offer, you have to sit with her in silence and learn to see things as they really are. Because it's only when we see the truth of things that we know, you know what I'm saying, like what's the next step. Patience will be rewarded. And you know, the High Priestess's way is your inner voice may not come to you in words, but in a sense of knowing, or maybe an impulse to act, or both, right? Just trust what arises. That there's something here coming up around finances. With the Four of Pentacles, it's attachments, perhaps, to material possessions. The Four of Pentacles represents the dangers of being too fixed on the material world and the burdens that come from being so heavily invested in it. It represents, you know, prudence, playing it safe, holding on tightly to what one has. It's about being organized around issues of money, keeping a tight budget, being conservative in like your financial dealings, pragmatic and thoughtful in all material aspects of one's life. There could be concerns around safety and security. So the Four of Pentacles appears when there's issues concerning financial or material security. But being, you know, Pentacles is the earth element, and you know, when you're holding on too tightly, it's often of a material nature. There's also the consideration of what might be clung on to on an emotional level as well. Perhaps old psychological baggage could be coming up. There's a burden here that could potentially be weighing you down, or causing some unnecessary worry. You could ask yourself if there's physical or mental or even emotional things that you need to let go of that might be like kind of holding you hostage, or simply just aren't serving you anymore. Perhaps by loosening the grip on what you cling to, or most fear losing, you'll allow a little bit of room for relief, and thus, greater satisfaction. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. But then with the Six of Pentacles, it's like there's assistance coming. There's the Six of Pentacles is the card of giving and receiving, of having and not having, wanting and needing. It's the interplay between these extremes, right? It can represent the exchange of anything of value, right? Money, time, service. But in order to discern its meaning to you specifically, just consider which side of the scale that you're currently on. Are you in a state of hardship, or are you possessing more than you could reasonably require? We all need assistance now and then, and it's essential that our basic needs are met before we can enjoy a fundamental quality of life. We require clothing, shelter, food, companionship, money in order to live. You might want to ask what right now you're in need of, who or where you can look for help. How can you ask for what you're lacking? But the appearance of this card usually suggests that you're going to receive whatever it is that you need, but you might have to ask. The figures on this card are on their knees, demonstrating vulnerability. Also, in order to get the help that we need to be in a position to receive, right? Which there's a certain amount of humility that's important here. Just make sure you're not in this place where you need to beg and suffer in the process, right? Asking wisely for someone that's going to be important. Ask the right person who's in the right disposition, who has the resources to help, and ask them without expectation. This could also suggest that there could be some excess. There's instead of accumulating ever more, perhaps now would be a good opportunity to give money, or volunteer your time or expertise, or give a donation. It's gonna depend on everybody's situation. Everybody's story is going to be a little different, but just take it how it resonates, whether it's giving or receiving that you're in the need of. If you are in the need of something right now, now's the time to ask for help. Okay. Perhaps we could remember to just not ask for money, but for our needs to be met, right? Whether they're material or psychological, emotional, spiritual. And should you be so fortunate to have more than what you need, may you also be in this place where you give kindness and generosity to share. Okay? When you're in this place of open, equal balance of giving and receiving, miracles happen, flow happens. This energy of divine harmony happens. The Ten of Cups is happy family. It's a completion of the emotional level, if you will. And the Temperance card, let's talk about Temperance for a minute. Temperance is it's about bringing opposing forces into balance, into harmony. And in this card, we see the puzzle of two figures who looks like they're kind of cautiously reaching towards each other. On one side, there's the feminine figure, kind of in this cage of a dress. It kind of looks like a cage. And the other is this masculine figure. The pieces of his puzzle haven't quite yet found their places. Neither of them has a head, indicating that they're guided not by their rational minds, but instead by more intuitive forces. There's a skeletal bird here with a heart in his beak, perched in the middle of the water behind them, suggesting the heart of the matter is to be found in the center point between the two. When the Temperance card shows itself in a reading, you might be asked to surrender your position in favor of a compromise. Perhaps it's asking you to look at how you relate to others. Are you taking time for yourself as well as making time to be social and connected? If you've been dealing with issues pertaining to your health, it might ask you like where you're out of balance. It encourages you to take a good, honest look at your sleep, your diet, your work, your play habits, and kind of nudges small changes wherever possible. You know, some of you may want to renounce some kind of harmful aspect, habit, anything that might be unreasonable, even like unsustainable. So it's striving to find balance. There's an energy here of moderation as well. So this is going to play out, differently for everyone, but I just feel like there's a big reminder here of creator energy, of intuition, of your own internal power, of the divine assistance that is available for you as well, even to get through any kind of tough times. Or to be supportive of others who are going through it. Let's get a couple moon magic cards to wrap this up. Yeah, remember, community could really have your back right now. We got, I gather more wisdom each day. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. And on the bottom, we got, I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. It really does help to extend the view. Drop into the comments, good morning, hashtag good morning, or just let me know you're here. If you did enjoy the video, please do consider subscribing. hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. I love you guys. Later.